I am so excited to talk to you because, and I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, Kamal Smith, Detroit native.
Yeah.
Also, you are a writer, a director, a producer.
Yes.
And I have been researching you, so I have it on my screen right here. It's going live because I was looking at the Kamal Smith show, and so it was like, okay, ear to ear, family divided, widows fired, not left, not left in Vegas. Come back home. I've got some more that's coming up because I wanted to make sure I could, just read off some of your projects. Absolutely.
When you do it like that, it makes it seem like I've done a lot.
You have done a lot.
Wow, that's cool.
You've been on with this industry for about 50 years now?
20, yeah, it feels like 50.
From the womb, did you come out?
Yeah, I just came out and it was like, I'm in it. Yeah.
And you knew what you wanted to do. You're here because I saw A Good Man.
Okay.
And I said, oh my God, well, And then I saw A Good Man too. I said, oh my God, he's just a real sociopath. A real sociopath.
He's just wounded.
I understood that.
Yes,
and I got that, but I'm like, but underneath there's some sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah.
I mean, that killing was serious.
It was a little bit much. It was a little much. That's all Joe Smith. I'm putting on Kamal Smith.
Well,
that's Joe Smith.
You had to bring that character.
I did. He brought
to life.
Yeah, he did some. Yeah.
And you brought it to life so much that I was like, okay, I need him on the podcast because how could he even pull that out of him?
Yeah.
And I understood the hurtness because I was like, okay, you're hurt. Yeah, you do some things, but damn, are you really killing her? Like, then are you killing the mama and the
everybody had to go. Everybody, the son, everybody.
Everybody had to go.
Everybody, I can't have no witnesses.
I understand.
Ethan Carter got to get away.
I understood that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if that tells?
So really buckle up for part 3.
Oh my God. Okay, but that's why you're here because I saw that and I said, okay, I gotta have him.
Okay.
Let's talk to you.
I'm here.
All right. So thank you. So now music. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So I mean, I started singing when I was young. It's like one of those, back when we were growing up as kids and your mom was like, go do Michael Jackson for grandma. It was like, so it started there. So I don't know, like maybe 6, maybe 7. I was just saying around the family at the time. But professionally, I would say high school was when I actually got into a group. I had my own group.
Did you really?
Yeah, we thought we were the next Boys to Men. That did not happen.
Okay, but wait a minute, boys. So were you the same age? I'm trying to figure out how old are you? I can ask you that because it's not an interview for employment, so I can ask you.
No, I'm 46.
46. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 46. That means you graduated. Oh, so you're somewhere in about what? 97, 98. 97. Okay, 97, 98. Yeah. And where'd you graduate? What school? Okay. Oh, a fellow technician.
Yeah, come on, technician. Okay. CT fired up.
I knew there was a reason.
Yeah,
okay. And I come from a long line of Cass Tech graduates. Okay. My parents graduated from Cass Tech. My sister, Dr. Wendy Webster, she graduated from Cass Tech. My brother, he was born in 86. He graduated from Cass Tech. And then my daughter is currently
right now.
Yeah, she's going to Cass Tech. She's going to Cass
Tech. It was just my brother. My brother. I'm gonna say unfortunately because my brother's my best friend, but I went everywhere he went. I'm like, now I look back. Yeah, he went to Basic Academy. I went to Basic Academy. He went to Cass. I went to Cass. He went to Wilberforce University. I went to Wilberforce University. I feel like I'm not my own man. I feel like.
But you are.
No, I'm joking. Yeah.
But you so are. Because here it is. What? A Good Man 1 and 2. The Wrong One. You Remind Me. Wish List. He Played Me. I Love You More. Parental Discretion. Hidden Licks. Cain and Abel. Price of Love. Us. Coffee Talk. Dear Future Husband. Yeah. Oh, I've got it. I'm in love with you. With a stripper. I'm in love with a stripper. Blind Trust. Smoking Good. Ear to Ear. A Family Divided. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Now, to be fair, some of the half of those.
You were in them. You had some part of this production.
I directed them. Yeah, I'm looking at all of them. Yeah, so like Come Back Home, like So either I was in them or I was in them and I directed them.
Exactly.
Or I just directed them. But yeah, I had a part of it.
Yeah, you had a role in it. I'm telling you, you don't see all these pictures on the wall for nothing. I did some type of research.
You do
here. Something.
Look at you. I didn't
okay. Oh yeah.
What was you rallying for? Who's protesting?
You know what? We were outside the River Rouge Police Department the day after my birthday, and she was a young lady who was driving. she was driving under a learner's permit, so she hadn't gotten her actual driver's license. And you saw on the video where she was just speeding through this stop sign. She could have really seriously hurt somebody. The police saw that, and when they pulled her over, and not only if you only have a learner's permit, you're not supposed to have any underage. You're only supposed to have a person 18 or over in the car.
Correct.
She had 2 other 14-year-olds in the car. Well, when the police pulled her over, because she did stop, they dragged her out, pulled her hair, just really manhandled her to the point where if that were her parent, they would have been charged with abuse. Right? They would have been charged with domestic violence, some type of assault and battery. So we were protesting her treatment because what she did. So we're not going to say what she did was right because it wasn't right. I mean, she was not supposed to be driving. Period. And those children, those minors who were in the vehicle could have been hurt. Nobody was hurt, but the treatment of the police officer could have definitely been better. So there was an excessive force. So that's how we're out now.
Understood.
Yeah, so that's what my primary practice is really personal injury. But I've been practicing for 18 years, and the main focus for the first 14, I was doing criminal defense.
Okay.
So I got to see. So when I see a lot of the movies, a lot of people who are doing time that I might have had to defend was because of some man or some woman and getting emotions out of hand, right? Gotcha. And they want to go and seek their own type of revenge, which is problematic.
Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I just love the 2 lead movies, and that's how we got here. So now, Wilberforce. Now, tell me about what did you study at Wilberforce?
Gosh, music theory. I had to think about it.
And
I didn't do anything with it.
You were focused on.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I went to Wilberforce because I was so when my brother went there, I used to visit there every year. Actually, when I was on winter break, my mom would send me down there. They would smuggle me in the dorms for a week. That was fun. So I got to, she wanted me to experience college life, right? And so, one thing I just got attracted to so fast was the University Concert Choir, and they traveled all over the world. And I went as far as Cairo, Egypt.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I'd never had a what you call those when you go to spring break.
Because you were always with that was your spring break.
Yeah, that was my spring break.
But that was educational and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So now tell me this. So when you went to Wilberforce, then you were in the concert choir?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's something because my daughter is the concert choir at Cass.
Cass. Wow, that's dope. Yeah.
And I'll tell you how. It's a funny story, and she doesn't want me to tell this story, but I'm going to tell the story. She goes, "When you tell it, it sounds like I was a spoiled brat." I said, "Because you were, you were." And I did it. I made her. Whatever she is, I will accept responsibility for it.
Yeah.
But we're 7. Okay, I was married to her dad. We got a divorce. And the only thing I could do for her is love her and educate her. That's the only thing I could give her. Just love and education. And I did the education through travel. So here it is. She had to be 7, maybe 6. We're in Puerto Vallarta. And I don't drink locally. I only drink when I'm out of town. Only when she was 7, I was drinking locally. I only stopped there probably about 4 years ago. But anyways, that's near.
Yeah.
Right. So here it is. I am sitting at a table. She's across from me, and I'm looking at this beautiful sunset. Keep in mind, my parents never took me to Puerto Vallarta. That was the first time I'd ever been to Puerto Vallarta with my daughter. And I was just reminding her of what good girls do. And I said, good girls graduate from. She's sitting here. I've got a mimosa. There's a beautiful sunset. I said, good girls graduate from high school. Good girls graduate from college. Good girls graduate from. You ruined my life. And I take a sip of my mimosa because I hadn't gotten all the way to the point where my personality had changed. It switched over because it was, I'm with my daughter. I can't clown too much. So I take a sip and I say, pray tell, how did I ruin your life? And she says, I wanted to be a singer.
And she's just going on and on.
Then she goes, I wanted to be a singer. And I said, you know what? And I'm thinking, first thought was, man, you don't have the voice for, because she wasn't a Christina Aguilera. She wasn't a Britney Spears.
Yeah.
She wasn't one of those little prodigies that came out belting music.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, well, okay. I said, but you're gonna have to learn an instrument. In fact, you're gonna have to learn 2. Because I'm thinking she has to be more like a Nina Simone. cinnamon, with that voice, and just with the piano, and she can just move through it.
Over there,
She can do it. And I said, fine. I said, but you're still going to graduate from high school. You're still going to graduate from college.
Absolutely.
You're still going to graduate from law school. And you're still going to pass the bar. And then you can go do whatever you want. But you're going to know how to.
Sounds like my mom.
But this is what you're
do
going to
all
do.
that. But you're going to go to school.
Right. This is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So then the next thing that happens is that we come back from Puerto Vallarta, and I get her in violin, and I get her in piano. And you talk about, I pick her up from school from Monday afternoon, and I take her to school on Friday, and her dad has her for the weekend. And you talk about our weeks, from that point on, our weeks flew by because it was always something to do. And when I put her in violin lessons, violin was under the Suzuki method. And the Suzuki method meant that the parent had to learn violin as well.
Oh.
So here I am.
So both of y'all just
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the violin.
Now
I hated the violin.
Well, I picked instruments that I love. I got piano and violin. So now she's at Cass Tech. She's in the concert choir. And every time I see her perform, it brings a tear to my eyes.
Oh, it takes you back to that moment.
Takes me back to that moment when this little girl said I ruined her life because she wanted to be a singer. And now she's in the concert choir. She should be Imaginal, whatever. She's in it. And it's just beautiful to see her up there.
That's really, first of all, good that she's at Cass, because Cass is still one of the high schools that still have music programs.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of high schools are still going. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate because, like, these kids don't have opportunity like we had to express their, artistic ways.
Absolutely.
It's like, what actually happened was my friend put me onto an audition for a show at the Fox Theater called All of Us. It doesn't come on anymore. But I don't know, something about just that audition. I mean, I didn't make it, but I did get a call back. And this is the first time I've ever acted in my life. Like, when I got there, I was so overwhelmed with looking at everybody in line, and they're like, they got their resumes and the headshots. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? But I went in there, I God knew what he was doing, So from there, that's when I met Des, because the very next thing, now I got the bug, right? So I'm looking for, local plays that I can, audition for. And I auditioned for a play called Love Is. And that's when I met Des and Emery. And we never looked back. So then in 2007, that's when I started my own company, which was Lens Boys Media, then, before it came to Kamal Smith Films.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is so exciting. Now, it's funny when you talk about the acting bug, because I got the acting bug.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I actually graduated from the University of Michigan in 91. I mean, before you graduated.
Yeah.
Younger than me, but
Go Blue.
it's okay. Go Blue.
Yeah.
And I took an acting class there. I think I took a voice class there, and I graduated out of general studies, so a bachelor's of general studies. And then from there, I worked for a couple of years, and I knew that I wanted to study theater. I just knew it. And I was participating in different community theaters, auditioning around town, just going out there. And prior to that, when I was 16, I'd gone to Chicago when I was downtown, and it was gorgeous. And I got this picture and this poster was of the water tower in the winter, and it was just a gorgeous sight. And I took that picture and I put it on my wall, and I told my parents and my siblings, I said, I'm going to live here. So here it is. I graduated from the University of Michigan. I'm auditioning. I'm doing things. Now, I couldn't just move to anywhere. My parents were pro-education. So if I go anywhere, it better be because I'm going to study.
Sure.
So I applied to the Loyola University.
Oh, Loyola. Okay. Yeah.
And went there, Chicago.
Yeah.
I went there and studied theater for 2 years. And actually, I stayed there for 2 years. The first year I was in the theater department, and it happened to be, and so I was in a play. I think I had 1 line or 2 lines or something, and I'm studying, and we're going through the whole theatrics of whatever, how just building sets, makeup, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's one day after my father and my sister come up to Chicago, and we happen to be at a Target, and it's about 7:30 in the morning, and we're leaving. We had already been there. We are leaving out, and I see the director of the Loyola Theater Department. He's walking in, and we cross paths. And I say to him, with my dad there and my sister, and I said, Jonathan, tell my father it was not a mistake for me to come to Chicago and study theater.
And what is that?
If it was 5 seconds, it was 5 minutes. And my father said, come on, let's go.
Come on.
My sister said, what are you going to do?
Come on now.
Let's go.
Now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'm going to live.
Yeah.
I'm going to live. I'm okay, fine. That ain't for me.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. You keep moving on.
Right.
And you just knew that was the moment.
That was the moment.
Jonathan!
You just say, right.
Tell my father. It was worth it.
It was worth it.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, come on.
True story.
Yeah, the way it has to be.
True story.
Oh man.
So then at that point, I stayed at Loyola. I think I took a statistics class. I took some classes just to be there.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I started working. I sold Yellow Page advertising. I was working 2 jobs. I was a waitress, and I was just living life, but I was not making it.
Mm. And
at the time, this is when the former Bishop Ellis of Greater Grace Temple was he was still alive.
Yeah.
And I would send him tithes. I would send every week. I'd send him some money, and I called him to just kind of get his advice. He's like, "Yeah, you out there? You send your money in. Yeah, you need to come on home this time." And then I remember one man saying, you just have to lose some weight, and I said, well, I'm not doing that. Because I was, okay, I'm the size I am now, but damn, I'm damn near 100. But I'm saying then, I'm just telling you. But I thought to myself, I'm fine. So that's why I'm so happy with the movies that you all have, because you show various sizes. It's not just size 0 and size 2, and other than that, you can't be on anything. Mm-hmm. So I was not the person who was going to just say, oh yeah, because you say it has to be this way, then I can't, because I don't fit that, what you say I should look like. I've never been that person. Right. I've always kind of gone against the right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Me as well. I mean, I'm not a ideal, well, I wasn't at first, I'll say, but leading man look, you know what I mean? I wasn't really getting a lot of, I feel like if I did not have the talent to basically Tyler Perry my way into the industry, being as the writer, director, and star. You know what I mean? I don't know if you would have seen A Good Man or A Good Man to all of the movies. But because I was able to put myself in the forefront, people started seeing. And it was, speaking of Good Man, it was that movie that people were like, oh. Oh, you can act, right? Because like before, people don't realize before then I'm auditioning. These are my constituents, man. But I was directing everybody's movies, right? Right. This was 2019 to 2021, maybe 2-ish. That's when I first quit. Well, I didn't go back to radio. Let me say it the right way, because they did layoffs, and then they called me back. But I was just like, I'm just gonna put my all into film, right? And it's going, because at that time I was still a radio personality. On a morning show, and I don't know, someone said, nah, you're good, you'll be all right. And so that, I promise you, like that leap, it just blew up. But it blew up with, I'm getting all these movies to direct, and I'm like, yeah, all right, but acting was still my, like, hold on, I could.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you. Yeah. I saw you in Parental Discretion. Yeah. I saw you.
That's all now, though, right?
Okay, well, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
But was that before A Good Man, Parental Discretion?
Well, so again, Parental Discretion advised was my film, right?
Okay.
So like that was the film that I said, all right, because that was 2022. Yeah, that was the film that I said, okay, I'm sick of getting looked over, and a lot of, it wasn't just because people looked at me more as a director, but because they just thought that I'm silly and I can't do drama, I can't do anything, dramatic, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So that's when I went to do Parental Discretion Advised, and then I ended up directing. This is how it all happened. I ended up directing Diamond Girls, Joe Smith.
Okay. And Joe Smith was on the Kamal Smith show.
Yes.
I saw him.
That's my brother. So A Good Man is his film, right?
Oh, so brothers will do that to one another. Okay, that.
No, so what happened? We're in rehearsal for Diamond Girls, and I'm literally, I'm like what you call a player's coach, right? So because I am an actor, I can get in there and I can tell an actor, hey, I need it like this. And he just kept noticing that and noticing that. And so, Simon Girls is done. We wrapped that movie, and he had this movie, A Good Man on his heart. And, he just called me like, what do you think about being the lead of A Good Man? I'm like, what? I would be so honored, sir. But here's the thing. When he told me what it's about, I almost didn't take it only because I knew I was about to do the wrong one. Right?
Okay.
And then the wrong one, here I am playing crazy again. But it's too, so I didn't want that, like to just be over my head, like, oh, but it happened anyway. But it was two different types of films, right? What Joe really wanted to show is that everybody has a break, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, but you never really see what men go through in their hurt, right? We always show cinematically. We always show like, the woman, and he cheated on her, and yada. So like here you are, the beginning of the movie, you're showing that Ethan was married to this woman, and he catches her in his bed with the best friend, right? Then here we are again. Ethan goes out of town. He found new love. He has a fiance, and what does he do? He comes home early to surprise his wife, his fiance. What's she doing? Sleeping in his bed with another man. Yeah. I'm snapping. Yeah, I'm snapping.
I know.
I'm snapping, right?
I get it. Yeah. For the snapping, but why are we? I get it, but did we have to lock him in the basement? And did we have to take her? I mean, she was a horrible person.
Yeah, she got to go.
She was a horrible person. I blame her mother because she said the father was like that, right? I think that came up. That it was the father that he cheated around or cheated on whatever the father was doing. You know what? It was such a moving movie. It was so moving, and it absolutely made you think about how this man, how that character felt, and what he was going through.
Yeah.
And he snapped, and he snapped
like never before. Yeah.
He crashed out.
Here's what people don't realize, right? Within that scene, when he first, gets the gun and then breaks in the room, as they're having sex with, right? It's not just the fact that you're cheating on me. It's the fact that
it was disrespectful.
It's disrespectful, but then even in that moment, remember, she starts jumping on my back to defend him.
You're right. Oh yeah, it was.
So it's all, now on a whole nother.
Right, because you're not even
sorry.
Right, you're not even ashamed.
Get out the house.
Right.
It's like get off him.
Right. What the? You didn't. Right. She didn't lost it. She just completely.
So no, he lost it.
Well,
she
lost it when I knew it was over for her when she wanted to defend him in your house.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was too much.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Now you didn't cross the line.
You better beg, say I'm sorry.
Right, exactly. I'm sorry.
Pack your bags.
Right.
Something.
Start killing him.
Yeah.
You sat here.
You better do something. But yeah, so that was really, and that's the first time I've ever really had to tap in an emotional place to get there. To
really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and even how I did that. I thought like for I don't know, maybe 30 minutes they were setting up the lights or whatever. So I remember I had my headphones on and I was listening to like Stevie Wonder and Temptation because I was trying to think of like what's the saddest thing that's probably ever happened in my life, which would probably be the death of my father, right? But my father died in 2006, so it's not hitting like what I mean. So I couldn't get there, and so to get just emotional, not necessarily sad, but to get emotional, I flipped the switch and started listening to gospel music. And just started thinking about how good life is and how good God is. And that's what really started, having me tear up a little bit. And
what, you went to Mahalia Jackson?
No, I went to what was my go-to? I went to Ty Tribbett first.
Okay, so recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you didn't go that far back.
Yeah, not that far back. No, but these are typically my workout songs in the morning. It gets me going. So I listen to God and then I kill people. How about that?
Hey,
that works. Whatever gets you there.
Well, you know what? God had many people killed. Read the Bible. Many people died because of God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even to this day, people die because of God. Yeah. So it's very relatable. It can happen. It can truly happen. So now here it is. So I've heard several things. I heard that you work out in the morning.
Yeah. 5 a.m. workouts.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely understand that.
Do you work out 5 a.m.?
I absolutely do.
That's
let me tell you what I do. I wake up and I meditate, and then I roll over. I pull out. I have a nightstand. I have two, and I roll over, and I pull out the drawer, and I take out my journal, and I journal. So the first thing I'm saying is, "Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up, and God is my source. I live in abundance." I go through it, and whatever is on my mind, and then I get up and I do a tap, and I stretch and all that, and I go through. I do some calisthenics. I do that every morning. I have a personal trainer that I go to on Saturday mornings. He wasn't available this morning. He's a capoeira instructor. I train in capoeira as well. He's a capoeira instructor, so he had a class, a bachata for the kids. But I went over to LA Fitness. So the one day I could have actually taken off and just done nothing.
You still went.
I still went.
That's when you're supposed to go. Yeah.
So when I make up my bed, so I have like this routine.
Yeah.
That regardless of whatever happens, I still stick to this routine. I come home at night when I'm getting ready for bed. I have to meditate before I go to bed, and I do another stretch just to keep everything. Yeah, so it's important.
That's dope.
There's so many speakers, and I don't, whoever they are, but they are either coaches or they're out there. And there was one woman, I won't even mention her name, but the bottom line is that if you start your day off and you've gotten some things done, you've already accomplished things, right? So regardless, I look at it as like, okay, I know that I've already journaled, I've meditated, I've made my bed, and I've exercised. I've done 4 things. Well, the 4 major things. Well, I don't care what happens when I get in this office.
Yeah.
Because I know I've already accomplished things.
Yeah.
Right? I got up and I did these things, and they were for me.
Yeah.
And I do them. People don't understand. I do them so that I can keep all this going. So I can maintain it. I mean, I've got employees, right? I have people I got to pay.
Yeah.
I got payroll. And no, trust me, they don't. They want to wake up on a Friday morning and make sure their money is in their account.
And the deposit, is it in?
Right. They don't care. Okay. They don't care if I got it.
But
You better go get it right. It's my
Sorry
money.
to hear about that, but is mine in there?
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I have to do. So I had to come up with a routine, but it didn't just happen. I had to. I mean, I read books and I just kind of saw this common theme in people who I felt were successful and the things that they did, and the things that they talked about. So
it's dope.
Yeah, absolutely,
that's really dope. Absolutely. More people need to be inspired to start their day like that.
Absolutely, but you do it. So what else do you do? Okay, so if that's the case, let me ask you this: what is the primary purpose you feel drives your creative endeavors, especially as a Detroiter? I look pretty good.
I think my so what?
Pretty good.
Yes, girl, you better.
I do.
I think these days at 46, what my primary purpose is to give back. Right?
Okay.
It's so great to be able to know that you're helping somebody make their dreams come true. You know what I mean? That's so fulfilling, and to understand the life that I've had. I've been blessed. I've been so fortunate to be able to do all these incredible things, right? And so now when I'm creating this art that we call film, it's so dope to be able to give anybody experience who's never done this before, or especially in our industry, it's so easy to see the same faces, in these movies, and sometimes these newcomers feel like they're just left out.
Well, that's what Renika McWhite was talking about, why she uses different people when she wants to show.
McQueen?
McQueen. Okay. All right. But I got Renika right, didn't I?
Yep, you did.
Okay.
Yeah. We both are like that in the same. Because if you don't get a chance, how do you get a chance?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes you got to just make the chance. Just like you did. You made it for yourself. That's what I did with my law practice. I made it for myself because I never worked for anybody.
Oh, no, never.
Never, ever, ever. I was at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Well, short story. Well, I'll make it a short story. I was working at Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I thought I was about to be fired. Prior to that, my parents told us what we were all going to be. She told me I was going to be an attorney. Told my sister she was going to be a doctor, and my brother, she just really focused him on computer and computer technology. That's what she did for all of them. My one sister told her she was going to be a kept woman, and I swear to God, that's exactly what she is, kept.
Wow.
So,
oh
yeah, she knew. So then here it is that I'm at Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm 32, and I am pretty much prima donna because I'm smart. I really am. I'm highly intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought I was going to get fired. And I said, oh shit, if I get fired, I got to be doing something. And I'm sitting I'm at Blue Cross Blue Shield in Lansing. I just happened to be up there, and I said, well, I think I'm going to go to law school. And I'd already taken the LSAT. And I had applied to the University of Detroit Mercy, but I was rejected. They did not let me in. And I thought, what is this, the Harvard of Detroit? How dare they not let me in?
Yeah.
It was okay.
Who y'all think y'all are?
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. And then I'm sitting there, and I said, well, I think I want to go to law school. I think I need to go. They said, well, go to Cooley. They have a weekend program. I had my LSAT results. I swear, I called them. I said, I filled out the application. My mother gave me the application fee. I gave them my LSAT results. I started that May. So if that had to be maybe a March, I was there by May. I started. And every weekend for the next 4 years, I was in law school. Now, why did I do that? I wasn't married. I didn't have any children. And what the hell else was I doing? So I did that. Okay. And then when I finished and I passed the bar, I just knew that they were going to hire me, because I said, okay, I can be a contract attorney. I can work for Blue Cross Blue Shield. My mentor at the time told me that the general counsel of Blue Cross, senior general counsel, Lisa DeMoss, I'm going to say your name, Lisa DeMoss. Frank Jackson said, Lisa DeMoss does not hire Cooley grads. So I said, okay. I said, well, I know where I can go and I can be a CEO. He was like, where? I said, for my own self. Damn right. And I left. I mean, I started, I think my PLLC started on March 7th or 17th of 2007. And I left Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's right. Took my money, whatever they was going to give me, I took it. And I just went out.
Yup. Forget my story.
No.
Listen here. That is so inspiring.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
But I'm just repeating what you told me in your journey. Yeah. Okay. So we
awesome
just recognize one another.
Recognize.
Yeah. We just recognize I recognize I'm listening to everything you're saying, and I'm hearing the cycle, and I'm hearing it's a pattern. It's really a pattern, and I just recognize it. So,
but thank you for sharing your story. That is really inspiring. Oh, I love hearing. So one thing about me, I love hearing inspiring stories. It is so dope, because we don't see that enough. We don't hear that enough. You know what I mean? We're not me and you, but as in a society, people want to hear the mess. They want to scroll and share the horrible videos on social media. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the stuff that we need to be hearing and sharing. That's so dope. Yeah.
Well, I think that's what did you say? You want to help people. And it's the same thing. I help people through my practice, through my law practice, but I also want to help people through this platform as well. Yeah. But then sometimes this platform might be sort of at odds with my practice, because I need people to pretty much mess up.
Yeah. Like, I mean, but I do need, now wait a minute.
So everybody's not going to listen to what I have to say.
I want to help you.
Where does your passion for storytelling, whether through writing, producing, directing, or acting, truly originate? You got to think about it, don't you?
Yeah. Well, so my imagination is crazy. I mean, I would just say I'm a big people watcher. Excuse me. And I just believe there's so many stories to tell, right? So everything may not be, I'm going to give you an example when I say. So like when I did The Wrong One, I was literally, talking to a friend of mine who was in a domestic relationship and having struggles of getting out.
What are you talking about? A domestic violence relationship? Okay. Because,
and so I, when I told you that The Wrong One and A Good Man were two different types of phrases, right? So for Ethan Carter in A Good Man, that was Joe just trying to show what it's like when somebody snaps, when a man is that hurt. But for The Wrong One.
Right, The Wrong One, you were the beater. You were the kid. You killed. I remember that because you met.
Well, I got killed, but I did. I killed the friend.
You all met at the bar somewhere in South. Was it Bar 7?
Yeah.
Is that the first one? Okay, yeah. You all met at Bar 7, and then you were more the suave one. And then you had the friend, and both of you all liked her.
Yeah, because we kind of met at the same time.
Right, met at the same time, and you were just the psycho one, and you were doing. So here it was,
But like again, so just going back to the question. In that moment, I wanted to tell the story of you know what it's like thoroughly to be in a domestic abuse type of relationship, right? And thank God, shout out to Nix, I love her so much that she was open to being a great scene partner to really take it there, right? Like, as in the first version, of the script, I don't think we had it to the point where death was going to happen, right? It was just, but I'm like, yo, I want to push the envelope and let's go to the fullest on this thing. And it's the last scene for me. It's so short, but it's still like the most powerful because she's finally got her help. She, I'm now dead at this point, and she stands up. She introduces herself at one of those meetings, and then we, put the helpline number on there because that's real, man. There's so many people that are in abusive relationships that it's not even funny. It's really sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sad.
So, it just really depends. And then like on a completely opposite end. If you think of a movie like, let's go with Not Left in Vegas. At that point, I love comedy, right? And I love making people laugh, right? I really do believe laugh like heals the soul, right? So, in my mind, I started thinking, and I was just, I just got married, so.
Okay, are you still married?
No, we're divorced. But I kind of wanted to show the people.
Are you going to be nicer next time?
So my next wife?
Yeah.
I wasn't. Hey, that's a trick question. No,
you're not gonna be nicer.
It was us. Okay. It wasn't just me. And I had my faults in that. But come on now.
Well, no, I say that the next time I get married, I'm gonna be nicer. So, future husband, I am definitely gonna be nice to you.
Yeah, so much nicer. We'll go there. We'll say that. I'll be nicer. Okay. Nicer. But like, I just wanted to show, the reason why I laughed is because I got married in 2015, and then we started filming in 2017, I believe. But I just kind of wanted to show, like.
Oh, so you were married while you were filming the wrong one?
No. This is I'm a level. Not Left in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my ex-wife is actually in the movie. But the whole vision of that was to show it is not always peaches and creams when you say. From the process of saying, "Will you marry me?" to the wedding, it's not always peaches and creams.
Wait a minute. From the time of "Will you marry me?" until you actually get married.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's what
mine didn't take that long.
Oh, you guys got at the courthouse?
We went to Vegas.
Oh, see, I should have been to Vegas.
Well, it ended off the same way.
You're divorced. I'm divorced. All right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But enough about me. Tell me. What do you think about me?
Your life is dope. Where's next? Where you going next?
Yeah. Thailand. But
nice. I want to go there.
You have a passport?
Yeah.
Okay. When's
it cracking?
Okay, so when does it expire?
Mine is expired to 31.
Oh, well, then you're good. Then it's not like you've got 6 months. Don't have 6 months on it. You can go.
Yeah. No.
And you can go for relatively. You can go. What stops you? Why?
No, I travel. No, trust me, I travel. I don't travel. I just got back from Costa Rica in March.
Costa Rica.
But then my film schedule just like I'm going to go somewhere in August. I don't know where yet, but it's like last year was the first year where I literally said, "Come on, you have to start taking your vacation because like you work through the year and that's insane." Like I stopped filming usually in December. So you got December, January, maybe February. But February, these last couple Februarys, I'm already starting to film, right? And then you just film it. It's like you're getting up there, buddy. You gotta calm down.
God, you get up there.
I am. I'm almost 50.
I'm damn near 100.
You're not.
I am. I'm on the other side. If we were around by 50s, I'm on the other side. I'm going to 100.
Okay, but you're not almost 100. Okay. Up there as far as like. I can't keep filming like how I used to film as when I was in my 30s. It's kind of it's tiring, it's taxing, especially the type of films that I do. I'm a very physical actor, you know what I mean? So I'm jumping in the rivers and falling down steps, like I like to do my own stunts.
Yeah, so, and some of that soft porn that comes out.
That is not in my movies, okay? Nah, I'm not gonna say it's not on Tubi. but it's not my movies. Okay, I am very, very classy when it comes to my sensual scenes. Let's put it like that, okay, but I do know what you're talking about.
Right?
There are some. That I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know.
Go ahead, finish your question. Finish.
So the answer to the question is it depends. It just depends, really. Like I can't tell you where it originates. You know, my mind is my. I can't shut my mind off. You know, I don't sleep a lot because my mind is always racing. You know, I mean, so I only average like 4 hours of sleep a night. It's just where my mind, you know, what's next, and then something ideas gonna pop in my mind, and the next thing you know, oh yeah. So, yeah, various places.
Okay. How has growing up in Detroit shaped? Did you? Oh no, you went to Cass Tech.
Yeah.
How has growing up in Detroit shaped your unique perspective on the world and consequently your art?
I mean,
That's a nice question.
I think that's a good question. I think you know, Detroit, we're a hustle city. You know,
all day, every day.
I grew up on the east side of Detroit. So,
wait a minute, east side meaning Grosse Pointe or east side meaning
No.
Mac and Mac and Bewick? Where?
Yeah,
East.
like Warren and Connor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Warren Connor. I know
Not
where
those
that
projects though. Not the
is.
kind
No,
of
where it
projects,
used to
but-
be the where there was Fran Sales was over in like a little shopping
Yeah,
mall
that's
type
like
thing.
then House Warman Mills.
Yeah.
So I'm right down. So I grew up on the street called Bedford. And yeah, I know who's on the east side. People do say the east side, and like Grosse Pointe.
No,
Like,
that was from the Kamal Smith shows because somebody said you said east side. Yeah, and then he was like, you know, Grosse Pointe's not.
Yeah,
the east side.
But yeah. So how does it shape me? I mean, I just think you know it put the hustle in my heart. You know, it gave me. You know, we really feel like we can do anything, you know, in any type of situation we can get out of it. So, you know, I just not even being on the east side, just Detroit itself. You know, what I mean, the people of the city, we just have that grit. You know what I mean? And you need that when you're becoming an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be an easy process on the way up. You know, what I mean?
All day, every day.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I love telling or sharing. I should say sharing. My experience of becoming this filmmaker, of how I was dead broke, and how got evicted, how I got my car repossessed. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Like,
a repossession? Do we all have to go through a repossession?
Sure. Yes.
Oh God!
Listen. So you know, but that didn't you know.
Ditto. Went through one.
It didn't stop us though, right?
No.
And I have
but
to.
It almost did stop me.
Did it really?
Oh yeah, I was so devastated. I'm a firstborn.
Yeah.
And firstborns are kind of the toughest. The firstborns are the ones that set the example. Firstborns are really up on a pedestal. Those are firstborns. And when you fall off that pedestal, and if you are not in the right headspace, yeah, it's devastating. That's all. It'll be in the book as to what happened, but yeah, that devastated me.
Yeah, I mean, don't get twisted. Was I devastated? Yeah, but the bounce back from it, I just believe that's just Detroit pumping in my heart. You know what I mean? Like, well, what's next? What you gonna do?
Yeah,
you know, we don't have time to have pity parties. It's like okay, so let's go. So
I had a pity party for a minute.
Well, look how you bounce back.
Oh yeah, I'm wonderful now.
Yeah, there you go.
But that was in my 20s. That was in my 20s, and
Mine too.
And I just it was just living. But you know what it was? It was truly ego and just living above my means. Okay, can you walk us through your creative process when approaching a new project from conception to completion?
Yes, that I can do very. So the process is, you know, once the idea comes to the brain, I usually when I need to shut down for a month so I can get the script out. So what shut down means is shut down. Like everybody knows when I write, I'm on phones, student disturb. Like I have to be locked in. So script is done. I usually like to do 2 months of pre-production before we go live. What pre-production is going to consist of is the locations, your casting, your rehearsals, and you know, make sure that all the bells and whistles. I mean, some of the things you have to budget for being the hard drives, being crafty for sets, cash and crew, this, that, and the other. So you got to make sure the budget is together.
Right, you do. So you are paying people.
Yeah, yeah. I find my own movies.
Yeah. You find it. You produce them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
People got it. What you said on Friday?
They don't. Right.
I don't care if I don't.
you
I may not make $1 from this movie, but come on, I'm good though, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure. They come around with the head. Hey, so we you getting the deposit? Yeah, man. You know you getting the deposit. You know you are. Dang, hold on.
You know what? Just wait, but now everybody ask me that question because I'll probably go off. Are you serious?
You know you're getting. Sit down. Then now I'm like your dad. Come on, let's go. Come on and put the damn lights up. Sick of this now. So yeah, so that's pre-production.
Okay.
And then I do want to educate people. It's so very important, guys. If you are inspiring producer or filmmaker, man, that the shooting schedule. Please spend time on that shooting schedule because that really dictates, a lot. You know what I mean? So then, boom, we're done. 2 months is down now. It's go time. I always like to tell my casters, there's nothing different other than cameras and makeup. You know what I mean? Than what we've done in rehearsals. And I try to be very thorough in rehearsal, especially like, let's just say this office, right? So I have an office scene in a law office, and I'm like, hey, Dan, can I borrow your office for a shoot? Da 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 da. I'm gonna take pictures so that for one, my DP and my gaffer, the gaffer's person who does lights,
Yeah.
they can see the room, they understand the outlets, everything, the density, all that stuff. Also, so my cast we can literally rehearse it like how it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just I'll show you the pictures and like, all right, so then here on this line, I want you to go to the board and write that. So I really try to simulate what it is when we go up. You know what I mean? And then of course when you go up, you go up. It's like this camera action.
Well, we had to have this interview on this day because you just wrapped us. Didn't you just wrap the project?
Yeah,
tell us about that.
Yeah,
if you can.
I can. Last Sunday, probably my biggest project. This is my first series.
Like the Dirty D, or
yeah. Well, it's not like, but yes, like a series, like the Dirty D. Yeah.
I love that.
So
shout out to Lisa Brown, right?
Yes, absolutely. Lisa, I call her L.
Okay.
L.
LB. I think
I just call it L.
Okay, well.
Yeah, but to everybody else,
I've never
Miss LB.
I'll call her Miss Brown when I meet her.
Yeah, she'll probably not like that. All right.
Okay,
I'm joking.
Okay.
But yeah, so exactly. I'm glad you said that. So I directed the first season of the Dirty D.
Us.
I directed the first season of Us, and also Renika's series, The Stranger in Our House. I was the assistant director on that. So not to say that I think in doing those series that I think I had figured out by the time I was ready to do my own. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we shot for 2 weeks. We shot for 14 days.
This last,
yes. Okay. So it's called Cover Up. And so seamless, man. It was really like when we wrapped on last Sunday. Like the cast was like, "Incredible. This just doesn't feel like a wrap day." You know what I mean? So shout out to my team and all the cast and crew. I mean, we really prepared before we went and did that project. And it just, I can't wait for people to see it. It's really exciting. Really exciting.
I think that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful and amazing that is the person that you are and your perseverance.
I just was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award, right? And what I tell people is that, you would think I've been doing this for 20 years, which I have, but I'm just now like receiving everything that I've been working so hard for. I'm just now getting the notoriety. I'm just now, finances are coming into play. So, I mean, if I didn't have perseverance, I can't tell you how many people I started with that are not even no longer doing it. They're not doing it and they're not happy, unfortunately.
Oh,
and that's the worst, right? It's one thing when you change your, you gave it a shot. And it's hard, man. It's hard, man. Like it is hard to do this for 20 years. I mean, it is hard to stay. A lot of people have 9 to 5s in the industry.
All right. It's for you. And then they may have to do their own thing.
I mean,
just like you did. You had to just go out there and do it.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I tell people, man, hey, guess what? I got the same opportunity I did, or the other producer does. I was in corporate, stacked my money. Man, I can't go out this week, guys. I can't. Hey, babe, we can't. Because I got to say, I think my first film, not 11 days. I think it was it was a little under 30,000. But you can do the same. You can't have no hot girl summer. You gotta, hey girls, I can't go out today. Stack. You really want this. You know what I mean? Like, You got the same chance I do. You know what I mean? If you're not, you know, getting invited to the table, then make your own table.
That's what you have to do. Make your own table.
Make your own table. You know what I mean? But then you gotta have perseverance for that and patience for that, and you know, people understand like it is a commitment and a sacrifice to be any type of entrepreneur, not just film, but any entrepreneur. It's a commitment and it's a sacrifice.
It absolutely is,
Yeah.
and I commend anybody who does it. And when I hear people talking about, you know, them not being happy, and I just think to myself, okay, all right, well, you know, I can only tell you so much. Sometimes I'll tell them to go read a book so you can get focused. Sometimes you're just not focused. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you got so much going on and you can't really see through it. Sometimes it's like being in a dark room and you're feeling around for just the door to open and see the light, and you can't do it because you've got to quiet your mind. You got to quiet it down to say, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Because opportunities are every single day.
Absolutely.
Every single day there's something.
And when you seize the opportunity, seize it.
You've got to seize it. Okay. I want to know, because the name of the show is called Protect the P. What's your P and how do you protect it?
Peace.
How do you protect your peace?
I protect my peace. I'm about to say it so like
say it so they can see it.
Okay. I do not allow any negative vibes to come in my way. I don't care if it's my mama. I can't do it. Once I understood how powerful peace is, it literally changed me as a person. I mean, I'm being just dead serious. Like, I used to care so much about what people thought, just all the things that is now. I'm such a different person at 46 than just when I was at, I would say 40, right?
Thank
but just
God.
Understanding what real peace is, it's nothing like it. And once you have it, you just don't want to let it go.
So what does your real peace look like? Tell me what it looks like.
My real peace looks like happy.
What's happy look like?
Happy looks like I am smiling 20 hours. I told you I don't get about 4 hours of sleep. 20 hours out the day, I'm usually smiling. I'm just so happy. Like nothing has to happen, right? I just at the gym, I'll just break out smiling as I'm lifting, as I'm pumping iron. I'm just smiling. Driving home and just looking at things that I'm say this is probably the best scenario, but when I'm out there and I happen to see a homeless person, and I think about, man, that could be me.
But for the grace of God,
I just start smiling. You know what I mean? I'm not smiling at that
no,
person,
right? Of course,
but I'm smiling because thank you so much for just to understand. You know, I say this a lot when I sometimes leave notes, man. When I wake up, I'm still dreaming.
There's something called the Black Entertainment Sports Lawyers Association. It's called BSLA.
Okay.
And I really thought that for you, and every year they have two conferences. They have like a mid-year conference, and then they have their big conference. And they're having, this is where all the Black Entertainment Sports Lawyers go. But you don't have to be an attorney to go. You can just be there. And it's fabulous information, wonderful information. It's going to be in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
and I think that so we're the attorneys, right? So we go and hear, but I think from a perspective of someone who is a filmmaker, a director, a producer, just to kind of hear the different, to be in a room to hear how that, and it's great connections.
That's cool.
So that might be something.
BSLA.
Okay. The Black Entertainment Sports Lawyers Association. Okay. So I think you really should. I think it would be beneficial. Say that a good man, because I'm talking about the contract, a good man was so good. I said, oh no, I got to see that main character. What? Who was
that crazy guy?
Yeah. And what made him snap?
Yeah.
I mean, other than the whole utter disrespect and the complete base level of it all.
For the second time. Yeah. Stop playing with me, man. You know?
Yeah.
Women, stop it. You got a good man. You got a good man. Be with a good man.
Be with a good man.
Yeah.
Treat him. Be nice to him.
Please.
Please, pretty please. I know you got things to do, and guess what? I'm going to finish up here, and I'm going home and going to bed.
All right.
But Saturday is normally my day that once I finish working out. Once I finish my personal trainer, I go run errands, and then I'm normally back at my house and in the bed by noon. And I sleep for about 7 hours because my work, it is beautiful because my work week starts on Sunday.
Okay, so this is like your last day weekend.
I only have one day.
Okay.
And then it's Sunday through Friday. I mean, last night I was here till almost 10 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's get to bed.
Yeah.
For her to sleep, everybody. Get your mind out the gutters. I meant for her peace so she can sleep. Get her. Y'all so nasty. Why are you thinking like that?
Well, what is
Let's
there?
get her to the bed so she can sleep, people.
What else could a almost 100-year-old woman think about?
Just stop it.
I shan't. That's what I do. That's how I do it. But absolutely, so I can get in the bed and just chill out and then wake up and then just kind of mosey around and get back in the bed. And then from there, get back in here. So thank you so much. Would you like to give anyone your IG, Facebook?
Oh, yeah. So Kamal Smith 2 on Instagram, Kamal Smith, the number 2. And then on Facebook, it's just Kamal Smith. And if anybody wants to reach me through email or submit monologues or whatever, my email is Kamal Smith Film, not films, Kamal Smith Film Media @gmail.
You're a nice young man,
Thank
sir.
you.
And you just
Well, not young. Okay, but I'll take it. It's fine.
You should take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's fine.
You should take it. You're nice. You. Okay.
All right.
You're a nice man.
Yeah,
You're a good man.
Ha! See that? See how she did it there? That's all that. Right.
He's a good man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. And I appreciate it. I really, really do. I dreamt about this and it came.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. So I got to meet the man who played Ethan. Oh my gosh.